just 1 penny a day, you can help stop Leopard 1 brutality as they get pushed off cliffs, penned by HE, or even just looked at by bigger, meaner tanks all the time. You could help save ones of leopards if you donate to this link on the screen now, or call the number you're going to see in the little notes at the bottom of your screen, which you can barely read, but if you pause the video right now and zoom way in, you can read them. All you have to do is donate 1 penny a day, and this leopard will frankly still be dead. But you can help save another leopard one just by donating to this website right now. Please, don't be a Scrooge. Leopard ones are depending on you.
Hey guys, Congress72 here, and today I have for you guys a couple more ace tankers featuring the Patriot, the T26E5 Patriot. I called it the T25E6 the other day. I was wrong. It is the T26E5, just like the Super Pershing, which is the T26E4? I don't know. Yeah, I think so. So this is the one-up from the Super Pershing, and it is one-up, definitely, indeed. Anyway, I actually had 6 aces in a row. I'm only going to be showing you 4 of them. I showed you 2 the other day and 2 more today. The reason is because the other 2, one of them I shot a lot of gold rounds because I was fighting defenders and a couple tier 9s and 10s that game, and I'm pretty sure I shot 90% of gold rounds, and nobody likes to see that. And then the other one was too fast. It was like really, really fast. It was just a quick brawl. And because I was in close proximity to people, I got more experience, and therefore I got an ace tanker, even though it was only like 3,500 damage. Anyway, we're not off to a great start. There are light tanks and medium tanks and tank destroyers have pushed up rather aggressively and have taken our, what is that, platform? Yeah, we'll call that a platform, I guess. That platform up there, which those light tanks are at. And so now they've taken our hill area, and it's rather annoying. So we can't really do anything. Anyway, I'm aiming up a shot through the tents on that guy. I don't know why his outline wasn't there and then it was there. It doesn't really make any sense. I think maybe it's a little bit of lag or something. I couldn't see his outline through the tent, and then after I fired, I could see his outline through the tent. Unless, okay, maybe there must have been more solid, not solid, but breakable cover beyond the tent then. That must have been what happened there. But anyway, we have him tracked, and a Stritzvang, when it's tracked, there's nothing much it can do. I think it has 20 millimeters of side armor, so our 90 millimeter gun will overmatch it every time anyway. There's a Tiger 2 up there. We're gonna, right now, pay attention and then change our mind about him because we need to finish off the Stritzvang, but it doesn't matter. The STI finishes him off. The Tiger 2 does pen us. Our upper plate is good versus lower tiers, but against 8s, they're gonna pen your upper plate almost every time. It's not infallible. It's rather similar to the T32's upper hull, because even though the hull is 25 millimeters thicker, it's not as angled. I think I mentioned that last time. I think our upper plate is like 220 effective, and the Tiger 2, especially looking down at us like this, with its 226, 25, something or other, penetration, millimeters of penetration, is going to easily go through us. No problem. And he does go straight through our upper plate. But now, as we climb up here, we should have the gun depression on him. That Revelry say does bounce off of us, but we bounce off of him. We go straight into his mantlet, unfortunately, there. But now we're going to pull in here and hopefully get some shots off. Maybe finish off this Tiger 2. Auto-lock his upper hull, go straight in, because now we're looking down at his upper hull. He's got about the same effective armor as our upper hull. Our upper hull. However you want to say it. But, looking down, once again, we'll go straight through. We miss, unfortunately, the T29's front. He's doing some wigglings, and I think we do it again. No, we do go in this time, and we do track him, and he gets finished off. And now there's a Tortoise down that way. Are we going to fight him or turn around? We're going to turn around first. There's an Alder over there, a VK. That thing's pretty good when it's the top tier, but when it has to fight tier 8s, especially tier 8s, with such high penetration, it's not going to do well. We, unfortunately, I thought he was going to continue driving, and we aimed for his tracks there, and because of that, we missed the shot. I aimed for his tracks again. I don't know how that didn't track him or even damage the tracks there. It looked like it went in the tracks, but I guess we did not. Now we have the Alder. We're being cautious here because was fairly new to this tank when I got all these aces. And for some reason, the armor just wasn't working at the time. But now, for some reason, now the armor does seem to work for me. But it wasn't working then. Now this Ravioli is shooting the heat shells, and I understand. Now we're waiting for the ambush shot. We put a shot on him. He waited to go undetected before we popped out again, but we sat there and waited. And at the time, it felt a lot longer. Now that I'm watching again, I felt like I was sitting there waiting for him to pop out for like 20 seconds, but I guess it was only like 4 seconds. But we finish him off. There's a tortoise there. We're going to try to side scrape him. We got like 70-something millimeters of side armor. I think it's 76. I could be wrong. It might just be 70. So we have more than enough to auto ricochet him. In fact, any tank in the game. Can a 183? No, a 183 can't even pen us. I think the only tanks that can are like large caliber artillery shells shooting AP. I think, yeah, like the T92 can overmatch us, and what else? Maybe a GW100. I don't know what caliber that is, though. Unfortunately, though, he pens us in our turret ring, actually. But I'm going to sit here and put another shell in him because I don't think he's going to get lucky twice. And I thought about shooting him again, and I changed my mind. I said, no, his average hit. He missed me, then he hit me, then he missed me again. So I figured he'll probably hit me again. He's got that 50-50 chance, you know. Anyway, we're looking at the team list. We are now a one-hit, and there's 6 enemies left and 4 of us left. But we are a one-hit to everyone. I'm going to come up around this corner and maybe flank the tortoise. Who knows? We're coming around, paying attention. There's a tiger right there. Will he bounce? We angle. He bounces off of us. He's trying to get away. We put a shell into his no, we don't put a shell into his tracks, actually. We're going to get to this corner and side scrape because he does have a better DPM. Are we? Yes, we are. I'm waiting for him to come out. There we go. There's a track shot we were looking for, and we take out his tracks, and now we can sit here. We also took out his engine. He fixes his tracks. Not his engine mistake there. And we put another shell into his tracks, and now there's nothing much he can do. The best he can do is shoot some HE at the side of our tank, but he's not going to. And now he's fired. We're going to probably beat his reload because we have such a high rate of fire like him, and we finish him off. And now the game is now tied. And there's a tortoise down below us, and our turret ring is damaged. And that turret ring is actually going to come into play later, and you will see what happens. But right now we're down to 3 more APCR shells. I actually, standard APCR. I changed my loadout a little. I run out of standard rounds a lot. I thought, wow, this thing has a lot of ammo. I can take as much of anything I want. Well, I was wrong. 35 shells runs out rather quickly. There's an M4043 over there. Can we finish him off? Our tank puts one in. We put it back, and we put the scores back to tie the scores back up. I think is a better term for it. But there's a tortoise there, and a Stritzvong behind us. Not the Stritzvong. It's the, what is it called? I can't even see. Oh, the UDES, that's right. So we're going to have to take out this tortoise. We put a shell into him, he misses us. We're just hyper-angling our frontal plate here. I want him to shoot at my frontal plate and not my turret, because I feel like he'll pen my turret. So I'm trying to hyper-angle my frontal plate. He misses again, and he fires. I think I can make it to this dead tank before he fires again. Can we make it? Yes, we can. Can we finish him off? Because the UDES is right behind us. UDES actually just fired, but I was too in the moment to notice that. There he is, and mistake here. If I put my cursor on his tank, I would have seen what health he had left, and I would have finished him off. Unfortunately, though, we did not. Now I'm going to go up into this little platform up here, because from here he can only shoot me from the front, and there is still a T10 left alive, and we got to finish him off. And once again, I get a little impatient here. I think about sitting here and waiting. I think he's going to come from the right, but no, he's coming from the left, and our turret does not turn in time, and he shoots us without even going into siege mode, because his gun actually can go up and down, unlike the tier 9 and 10. If he was in the tier 9 and 10, he never would have been able to hit us. He would have had to have gone into siege mode and then shot us, because he would not have been able to get his gun up. Unfortunately, however, though, he could, in fact, get his gun elevated, and he put a shell into us. And our Oni gets finished off by the full health T10 from behind, so I don't think we would have been able to win that, regardless of what we did in the end. Anyway, it was still a nice 194,000 credit profit without any boosters whatsoever. We did 5,700 damage with 1,300 assisted. That's 7,000 combined damage there. And we get a cool, I guess we get 15% experience. So that's probably about 2,200 base experience points, because we did get some epic medals, so we do get the full amount. On the team list, we get 1,429, which of course doesn't go to your ace. It is the personal experience that goes towards your ace on a defeat, because we got epic medals, and that's why we got the full amount. Now, moving on to the next game, we are now the bottom tier. Finally, we're the bottom tier. All these other games I've been showing you, we've been the mid or top tier. This one we are bottom, very bottom. There's only a defender and a patriot on either team. The rest are 9s and 10s. And I have a ×2 silver booster, we'll see, because this is my first game after I finished the American tryouts, so they give you a ×2 silver booster, and now you make 25% extra credits, along with your premium account if you have one, which I do have, and plus this tank makes 57% extra credits, so yes, and I think the percentages get added, so 57, 25, 50, so we're making like 127 extra credits right now, guys. And then you double that, and whew, we are making bank right now, guys. Hopefully we'll have a really, really good game right here. Hopefully. We are fighting 10s, and I was actually pretty excited to see that I was fighting 10s, because I know every time I shoot them, like when I'm in my tier 8 and I'm fighting tier 8s, every time I shoot them, you know, they print out, ooh, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 damage maybe, who knows. But then I see the 10s and I shoot them, it's going to be like 12,000 credits every time I pull this trigger and pen someone. So I'm pretty excited. Now the question is, am I going to be able to get through this without shooting any gold? Anyway, guys, don't be this XB1. There's Velcro on tanks, and when you touch each other, it's obnoxious, and he eventually pit maneuvers me, and there's nothing I can do at all. So don't do that, guys. I'm trying to turn. I apologize, sir, if it's my fault, but you kind of drove up on me. I was driving in a straight line, so not much I can do. And the worst part is later I actually do something pretty terrible to his other platoon mate, and I felt terrible. It's like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. And then he sends me a mean message. I had to edit that out, so I apologize for that. Anyway, we're going for the tracks on the Waffenträger. Unfortunately, we don't break his tracks or damage his tank at all. But we do, however, find the T10's tracks, and we damage him and track him. Can we put another shell into him? Yes, we can. We can put another one. Now, we are in a pretty good spot, and I feel like the STB1 would do well here, too. But I really just felt like I have the durability more than him, and I can just sit here and put shot after shot after shot in, and that's what I'm doing. The STB1 is playing a lot more passive. He keeps popping up every once in a while and pulling back, and that's why I wanted this position, was because I knew I'd be able to just sit here and put shot after shot, and I am. Every time I reload, I put another shell in, and we get a nice bit of assist there because we tracked the T10. The E4 finishes him off. Now, is anyone else going to dare pull in front of this gun wall? Probably not, is what I'm thinking right now. I'm like, you know what? Every tank that's gone by has gotten smoked so far, or at least hit hard. Other than the Waffenträger, he made it through unscathed. So I felt like no one else was going to try. So now I'm going to move up and use the fact that my gun is mounted so far in the front to hopefully poke this corner. Now there's a defender there. I go for his tracks, and we finish off. No, we don't finish off his tracks. We just damage his tracks, but he gets finished off by the E4. We do penetrate his side, though. There's a Waffly 100. He's not looking at me. We put a shell into him. He's looking at my STB friend, who is now going to get clipped. That's 3, 4 shots fired. We retrack him and damage him. Will our E4 put a shell into him? No, he's busy looking at someone else. He just fired 4 from what we know. We put another shell into his tracks there. Now we have him permatracked here unless he fixes it. There's 5. And will he put his 6th one in? We do not roll high enough to kill him, so he does put a shell straight through our gun mallet. I believe that was. I might be wrong. And he damages our gunner. Unfortunate turn of events there, but we're up to 12 damages and 2 kills. Now we're behind these tanks. STB1, that's actually just an STI there, an ST1, whichever one you want to call it. And we're putting shots into him. Now we change focus to the T26E5 Put 1 shell into him. He is reloading, and even if he's not, as long as he doesn't have gold load, he shouldn't pen me. Now I can do the kill shot here on the T, but for some reason, when I'm looking back, it's like, why did I not go for the T56E1? Why did I go for the STB1? I should have gone for the T56E1 there, guys. And he gets finished off, because killing tanks gets you more experience and credits than damage. For some reason, I wanted the damage, and I'm looking back at it and wondering, why did I do that? Why did I do that? For some reason, I think it was because I was sitting there thinking, oh, he doesn't have enough health. He's not worth it. I'm used to playing bigger tanks. Like, I've been playing a lot of E4. I was trying to 3-mark my E4. I finally finished 3-marking it. But it was always, oh, he doesn't have enough health. Don't shoot him. And I think I was still in that mentality of, oh, don't shoot him. He doesn't have enough health. But I changed. Obviously, I need to change that because I'm in the lower caliber. Finish tanks off. That's my job. Anyway, this E5. We can pen his lower plate if we shoot close to his tracks. But instead, I've decided to just track him and get all of his assist damage right here now. And our team is capable of penning him rather reliably, surprisingly, and they finish him off, and we get pretty much all of him. We're up to 7 track target hits and 17 damage ribbons. Not bad at all. Now, we know the Waffle when running. Will we be able to find him, or will he be around one of these corners waiting to clip us down? That is the question of the universe, ladies and gentlemen. What we are waiting to see. Jagdtiger finishes off a T57 Heavy. Just 1 T57 Heavy. Unfortunately, there is another one that hopefully we'll be able to kill. There's not 103. He's not worth it. He is not worth it. I mean, like I said earlier. Well, right now he wouldn't be worth it. Because honestly, if I go down there, I won't be able to fight anyone who's up here. So it's like, give up the high ground to go kill that guy. And I decide, no, I'm not giving up the high ground. I'm staying up here. And it's a good thing we did, because there's a tank destroyer there. But I'm still looking out. Where's that Waffle? Where's that Waffle? Is that? There's the waffle. Alright, the only thing we have to worry about now is the SU 12254. But he can't one-shot us, so I'm not too afraid of him. The tortoise is making a run for it, so I'm trying to get in position to shoot him. He goes undetected, unfortunately, but will we see him before he completely disappears? That is the question. Anyone gonna be up here? I'm looking for the SU 12244, 54 actually, of the 44, but he's not there. There he is. There's the 54. But don't tunnel vision. There's a tortoise. The back of a tortoise. Can you put it in? Yes, you can. 245 damage. That's another boost of experience. And oh, I pull out in front of the E4, and I felt terrible. It was an accident, honest mistake. And then he gets hit in the side because I think he was getting ready to send me like some kind of rage message. And because he does, I think he got, yes, he got damaged, so he had to pull out away from the tortoise. And because he did, the 54 shot him. And so yeah, that's what happens. Don't rage, guys. If you miss your shot because someone gets in front of you, don't rage because it gets you killed. And that's what happened to him. He was a bit mad, and so because he got mad, he died. So don't do that. Don't do that. And also don't pull out in front of teammates like I did. So, honest mistake there. Put another shell in the tortoise. He bounces off our turret. Can we finish him off? One more shot. No, we miss. Don't worry, we have a fast reload. Someone else missed. Will our shot go in? There's a message from him. No, we miss again. Can we finish him off this time? Come on, we just need one. Just need one. He's putting in shot after shot into our team. Yes, we can. There he goes. He goes down. That hit the very outside of his, whatchamacallit, it's called the his machine gun port. That's what it is. On PC, that's been buffed, so I wouldn't append him there. Oh, T54, or T20, I keep calling it SU 122-54, and the T57 Heavy is shooting us from range. Should we get behind the rock as fast as we can? There he is. He's behind cover. He must be reloading, so now I have to get out from the open as fast as I can, so I'm moving away. Now, the SU 122-54 has a T54 hull, so we do have enough pen to pen him, but he's got a thick mantlet, so we got to make sure we don't auto-lock him. He does get finished off, however, and now it's just the T57 Heavy. Now we're going to try to find an angle on him, and hopefully we'll get some more damage out of him and some more credits and experience. We don't really need experience, so I guess crew experience is what we're looking for. Oh, that drop there. Old physics, I would have died. But with the new physics, I didn't die, so it's good news, because as long as you don't, I think as long as your tracks don't leave the ground, and you're not dropping more than 5... No, yeah, as long as your tracks don't leave the ground, you don't really take damage, unless the front of your tank hits the ground. So we're okay there. Trying to find a shot on him. That's the shot right there. We put it into his engine deck, and we put a good hit into him. He's not turning around to face us. But he is pulling away, so we don't shoot him, so we got to find a better angle. I should find a location where I can pull back and hide, which should be behind this ridge right here. But instead of going behind the ridge, I decided to go on top of the ridge. All I need to do is turn a little, and then I can use my gun depression. But instead, I am sitting out in the open. But I believe I can track him and hold him there. So we put a shell into his tracks and damage his engine. Now, all we have to do is put a shell there every time, and we have him. Unfortunately, the shell derps, and we miss. He's got a broken gun and a broken engine. It doesn't matter, though. His shell flies straight, which is ridiculous, because I can never get that thing to shoot straight, even without a broken gun. So he hits us from that range, unfortunately. Now we skip ahead to edit out the message that we were sent, and also to get to the end of the game, because they actually took a while to get to him. Now, STI, just put a shell into him. Will he get finished off by the STI? No, the M103 aims it up and finishes him off. Unfortunately, both games I showed you today, I died, but they were both big old results. 25 damage ribbons, 7 assist ribbons. Let's see what we did as it loads. In a tier 10 game, no less. We made 563,000 credits. We did 5,700 damage with 3,700 assisted damage. That's 9,400 combined damage with a tier 8 in a tier 10 game. And we made a total of how much base experience points, how long it's going to take. I do take screenshots. I can't see that, but I think that's 2,608 base experience points. That's definitely my best game so far in this tank. Not my most damage, but definitely my best game. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you did, please tap that like button, comment, subscribe. Send me your replays to this link if you want to on the screen now or in the description below. And if you want to join the Discord, it's also going to be in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Until then, this is Guy72. Take care, and peace out.